Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3, where we are here on the Normandy, ready to continue just exploring this gigantic deluge of stuff on the Citadel and the ship at the start of, I guess this next act of the game. This really does feel like...
Admiral Anderson is available in the war room on VidCom.
Oh right, this next act of the game. Let's go talk to Admiral Anderson.
Commander.
Oh, great, new war asset. 103rd Marine Division got an update. Commander Shepard's interview with Diane Allers about the attempted takeover of the Citadel noted Cerberus's tactical missteps, which improved the morale of Alliance ground forces. That was the goal. What do you got for me, Anderson?
Shepard, I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use. Organizing the resistance. You know, you've got quite a fan club back here. Any news we hear about the Normandy gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
That's good to hear.
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life.
So they are just fans,
But I
really.
heard that you managed to get the Turians and Krogan to cooperate. That was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here. Faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Yeah, the Reapers have been there for a long time.
Counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit-and-runs. But it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
You know what? Good. Fish in a barrel.
More Reapers in one place just makes them easier to kill.
Leave it to you to make a full-scale Reaper invasion sound like a good thing.
Right?
I just want to end them. Forever.
You and me both. Oh, and Shepard. I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
Noted.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
Anderson is like the real hero of this game. Because we're on shore leave, we're having fun, like, flirty banter. He's just fighting for his friggin' life, like, over and over with no reprieve because there's a full-on invasion and he's not leaving the planet. He probably has no way off the planet. He's just trapped there. Oh, Garrus. Looking at the memorial wall.
Shepard. Hell of a day. Udina loses his mind, the Citadel almost falls, and you almost had to put down a friend.
Got a little tense there.
I heard what happened. If it had come down to it, could you have pulled the trigger?
Yes.
If they hadn't backed down, yes. This war is bigger than any one person.
I'll be sure to remember that next time we have a disagreement.
Easy yes from Shepard
Still,
there.
I'm glad Ash didn't have to join Caden. Losing one was enough. Good to have Ash back. We can always use a friendly gun.
Yeah, I wonder where
Good to
she
have
set up
Ash
shop.
back. We can always use a friendly gun.
She's in the women's restroom. That's where Ashley will be housed. No, she's not there. Oh, there you are.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Riveting conversationalist, this one. Anything else in her room? Not that I see. What is this? What is this? This looks like a virtual reality video game. Not virtual reality, but this looks like one of those immersive, like, you know, they have those big, like, truck simulators where, like, or racing simulators where, like, it looks like you're inside a car. Maybe that's what this is. And actually, this is kind of a game room, so that actually is probably what that thing is.
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
I love Liara in Shadow Broker mode. Do we have any updates here? No. I thought there was going to be like a priority Earth, priority London sort of thing, but no luck. Intel terminal upgrades. I thought we got new upgrades. Audio recording from Counselor Gujir's off. My cat is going wild right now. From Counselor Gujir's Senate office. Secretary Phillips, the emergency fund's gone, sir. We don't have the credits to hire enough ships to evacuate the colony before the Reapers get here. Not with the prices their captains are asking for. Counselor Gujir, what about the military? Phillips, they left an hour ago. They said it's too much of a risk to come back. Did they? Yes, sir. Here, this is a passkey, sir, and an inventory? Phillips, I'm authorizing you on behalf of this city's Senate to seize any and all EZO stockpiles in our treasury, in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like private stockpiles. Senate member stockpiles. I'm forgoing re-election. Now get us those ships. All right, good guy or woman. I don't know who Counselor Gujir is, but good person, Counselor Gujir. How are you doing, Liara?
Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
Greetings, Commander.
You know what those upgrades we got must have been? They must have been the medical upgrades here for the medical lab.
May I speak with you, Commander?
In a minute. Chill out. They must be these things, right? Yeah, Carnage. Rip into a target. So this would like give me access to Carnage. Give me access. What's Flare? Expend all bionic energy to unleash a flare that throws enemies within its range. That sounds really good. So I got rid of armor-piercing ammo, though. And does that mean that I have... No, it refunds my points, I guess. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's okay. Let's do this then. Because we have other ammo. Flare. Let's try Flare. Increase recharge speed. Damage and force. Impact radius. Because I think impact radius is important for this. Increase combo detonations. I can't worry about that. Recharge speed. And impact radius again, or damage to shields and barriers by a lot more. I think, let's do damage to shields and barriers. And then we're going to try out one of these ammos. What do we want to do? Weaken armor, weaken armor. Frozen targets won't regenerate. I'm more worried about, I think enemies panicking is better than them not regenerating health. So let's boost incendiary ammo, and that'll be our main thing. Oh, I forgot. Shockwave is like almost at max. What does the max do again? Recharge speed and suspend targets. Yeah, we'll do that next. My bad. All right, now, well, let me check in here. All right, now, Dr. Chakwas.
Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
Okay.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees.
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
I'm pretty sure I know why me, because I'm the bee's knees, but I'm absolutely going to do this.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
True.
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
Yeah, well, right away.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander.
We were heading back to the Citadel anyway pretty soon.
With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our medicine.
Oh, hell yeah. You should have led with that. Oh, that was interesting. There was a little tip that popped up real quick there that said you can destroy a phantom sword to, like, reduce its abilities or something like that.
Traitors are the worst form of enemy. I
Oh,
would like to
sorry.
visit the Citadel again.
I didn't mean to click
when it
through
is
the...
not infested with traitors.
I didn't expect the second line to come.
The Kai Leng human bears watching, Commander. I sense that the blood in his veins is very cold.
Yeah, I don't think you needed your super biotic senses to get that, but I agree.
Yes?
Breaking now, the Citadel in flames. A brazen attack by Cerberus repelled by C-Sec. We speak with the woman who fought on the front lines, Commander Shepard. How did Cerberus get in? Where was the Citadel fleet? Find out in a Battlespace exclusive.
Hope she doesn't mind me photobombing her.
Commander.
What am I saying? She wouldn't mind at all. She'd be delighted for that. Engineer Adams, did I find your thing?
Commander, that GX-12 thermal
Yes.
pipe arrived. We're performing the modifications right now. We're still working on the thermal modifications. Should be done pretty soon.
Excellent. I trust you. Anything new in the sphere middle? No. In the Event Horizon core? Nothing.
Never thought I'd be doing a combat drop onto the Citadel. I can't believe Udina. Great example to the other races, huh?
Udina was a ticking time bomb.
Hey, Commander. I knew Udina was a dirty bastard, but I never would have guessed he was that rotten.
I would have.
Loco. I mean, can't they all see how we need to work together?
When people are scared, they're slow to trust.
Sure, but... what's the point? Look, just so you know, I've got a new shoot first, ask questions later policy when it comes to politicians.
That's disheartening.
Fair enough.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
I hear a hum. I don't know if it's abnormal or not, because I am not an engineer. Okay, here we are. Personal apartment? That's new. Let's go to the Alliance docks first. We'll go to the personal apartments later. Maybe that's for shore leave.
Dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the refugee camp. Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
So Tactus should be around here. Tactus.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. C-Sec has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
This is the med exchange, right?
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwas spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days.
Yep, fair. Very fair.
I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Take ours as a gift, do the right thing, don't be a fool. You should reconsider. The thing is, I don't know what each is worth. But I don't want to just give them away because it does feel like, I trust Chakwa saying that the trade is important. Like, the military supplies are important, but I think that's in a vacuum. I think right now in this context, each is worth a fair bit. Like, the value changes in this context. Do the right thing.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now's not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
Thank you. All right, well, that was easy. Give me those Paragon points. And so, medical supplies, so I guess we have to go back to Chakwas? So we're looking for the Volus ambassador to investigate. Is that you?
Thank you again, Earth-class.
No, that's a prior side quest. I'm profiling by looking at all the Voluses, the Voli, to see if they have a red circle around them, the coveted red circle. Am I misreading this? Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies. Location for Din Korlak. So there is, okay. Volus Ambassador Din Korlak's current location is unknown. Biometric analysis does not detect him in any public location, and his last known position was an office suite near the human embassy. All right, I think that should progress things. Embassy guard.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
Oh, yeah. Take me there. Some more special? We'll start with entry 1.
You've never been this uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
So they're coasting on my coattails.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
Yeah.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus, it's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
Yep, super blackmailable.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life.
Rests on my life.
If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. And what are you...
Cerberus catching him? Yeah.
Damn, Cerberus has them everywhere nowadays.
You gonna go on about them all night?
Just get the car up here quick. Little bastard's even heavier than he looks.
Zaid?
I remember Zaid a little bit, but not a lot. I remember liking him. I just don't remember a lot about him. He was a side character we picked up in Mass Effect 2, right? Where's the tracker? Is there a tracker? Maybe not. Are we trapped? Or was there a door I didn't see? Oh, no, here we are. Bug.
How long till we killed Korlak?
Once the credits go through. Was beginning to think you weren't interested in the money.
I'm not. Because Korlak worked for Cerberus? What'd they do to you? None of your goddamn business. He waking up?
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, he's not dead.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, he's just kidnapped.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus. Wait.
Yeah, he has info.
Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Sir...
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Zaid used to work for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why? Why go after your old employer, Zaid? How you know my name, all of a sudden?
Good question.
So where are we actually going, though? Ambassador Din Korlak is in the apartments.
Damn, wrong door. We need you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. She's a recent acquaintance.
Yeah, very recent.
How recent?
Last few minutes.
Very. Shit. All right, I'm listening.
Not here either. Oh, no, here.
Been a while, Zaid.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself.
I do remember Zaid now.
Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Where's Korlak?
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Yeah, you were about to be a baked potato. Are you... no, we don't care. Are you... You could have avoided this. We don't have that much sympathy.
Your life was in danger.
And be thrown into prison? No. The things they would do to me after the damage I caused.
What intel did you give Cerberus on this colony?
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
That's what you got to do. It's the sacrifice.
You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
Yeah.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Beat him, Zaid.
All right. I tried playing nice. Maybe my friend can get you to see reason.
Now wait just a moment.
Yeah, mashed potato.
Mind, Zaid?
It'd be a goddamn pleasure.
I'll leave you to it. It'll be a while before anyone shows up for him.
Because this might get us both.
It's Aphis. Cerberus will attack a colony called Aphis for its shipyards.
And the bombing fleet?
Take it.
Thank you.
Yours,
Oh, bless your heart.
I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident. You have my thanks.
Do I? Are you a grateful potato?
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later. C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them.
I do like Zaid.
Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
And we got the Volus bombing fleet. Good.
Hey there. Looking mighty low today. You okay? Anyone been bothering you?
No, it's not that. I'm fine.
Ah, I see. So, any news?
No, they just... Their shuttle must be real slow, that's all. Do you think they're okay? They promised they'd come get me, no matter what they had to do. It's been so long.
I don't know, kid. I'm sure they'd be happy, knowing you're safe.
Yeah, looking on from the afterlife.
I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's really rough, but he's doing a good job trying to be empathetic and not over-promising anything. So Zaid is around here now? Where's Zaid? I saw that he was near the, Oh, no, he's, 7. Oh, cargo hold C. I thought he was playing poker or whatnot. No, he's in a... Because I saw he was with James. I didn't notice that James moved from the poker tables. So you should be here? Oh, hey, Zaid.
What the hell are you looking at?
You.
Nothing.
Oh. War acid acquired Zaid Masani. Ah, hell yeah. Are you going to come on the ship with us? James, you getting a tattoo?
Commander, what brings you down here?
I was about to ask you then.
Well, after our little chat, I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
Hell yeah.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail? Right?
Your trainer?
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Not officially, but what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, you're my direct superior, and you're N7. So I take my lead from you.
That probably...
I'll take whatever advice you got.
Really?
Sure. The good advice.
That probably shuts off any romantic prospects we might have, because, you know, like teacher ethics and all that. But welcome to the program.
Well, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
I believe that.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
Prove it, or you know what? Don't let yourself down. We can be supportive of him.
To is the one standing in the mirror every morning.
Good point.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Always. Hey, maybe we should get matching.
You want me to get an N7 tattoo?
N7? Sure. Or you could get my name done. Somewhere special.
He's hot for teacher.
Such a tease, Vega.
Who, me?
You ever gonna make good on all this flirting?
I was just... I didn't mean to... You know, I was just...
He was just talking the talk.
That's what I thought. Later, Lieutenant.
Oh, that's adorable.
Later. Ah! Careful.
Batarian guy's explaining himself. All right. Yeah, I mean, I know that it, I don't know, it just feels like if you're taking someone under your wing under your tutelage, romantic way is probably not the best type of relationship to support that. It complicates it. It makes it's a conflict of interest in some ways. Probably not the best idea.
Wondered if you'd show up, Shepard. Figured you'd be too busy recruiting goddamn armies for this war you're in charge of.
I could always use more help.
I'll bet. I've seen footage of what happened on Earth. Tell you what, I'll see if some old contacts of mine are still around.
Thank you.
Can't promise you anything, but if enough of them are still breathing, I can lend a hand.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk? Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
You know what? I think more than Vega, I could see romantic chemistry between these two. Very different type of romance from Trainer,
You know
but...
the current leader of the Suns?
Are those birds up there? Yeah, they're like weird space pigeons.
Now arriving at ward level Purgatory.
Will your new heavy armor keep you safe? I've watched reports on some of the things you're fighting.
Well, it won't stop a Reaper, but an extra second of shielding can be life or death.
So Vortex makes good shield capacitors?
The best. And they don't skimp on plating either. I love it.
Sounds like you want to get back out there to try it out.
You know, a little. Can't wait to show it off to the team. Maybe I can take point more often now.
I love the little conversations you get in passing, whether they provide, even to some extent, especially the ones that don't provide side missions. Edie and Joker having a drink, and Officer. No, I know you. Yeah, look at this. Look at these two.
Hey, Commander. I was just about to get us another round.
I don't want to block you.
So, looks like you two are having fun.
Yes. Joker has been smiling and laughing at a significantly higher rate since he and I agreed upon a relationship. I mean, he is happier.
Good for you. And you agreed upon a relationship.
It seemed like you two might make a good match.
I was not so certain. When I first presented this body to Jeff, he seemed aloof.
Really? What did Joker say?
He said I didn't have to conform to some feminine ideal in order to impress him. I then called him on his bullshit, and we then proceeded to talk normally. After your encouragement,
I don't think it's bullshit.
His attitude exhibited signs of change. He said he was reluctant, but you convinced him to go for it.
And I don't think it was, I really don't think it was bullshit. Like, I think he, I don't know, because to some extent I get what she's saying. Not to some extent. She chose this. I guess he was just making sure that she knew that she didn't have to, because, like, she's, you know, the most conventionally attractive robot, human, android body possible. And I get that it was, like, picked up from somewhere else. But no, that makes sense. She didn't choose this. She was just inhabiting this. But, again, I don't remember where this body came from. You know what? I did what I could.
I might have helped a little.
I see. Thank you for your support, Shepard. This is proving to be an illuminating experience.
Good for both of you. Can I talk to him? No.
You just introduced me as your personal assistant's mech.
Yeah, well, it was the only way to get you inside.
But you know I am not one. Why deceive others?
You don't really want to introduce yourself as an AI with Reaper-based code.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Lynch you.
That would be an inefficient way to render me non-functional. Your turn. Counselor Irissa.
Not hot. Too much makeup.
They're playing hot or not.
Shaira the consort.
Hot, I guess? Can we stop this? You're creeping me out.
Dalatras Linron.
Ew.
Well, what about you? You have to answer hot or not, too.
Your turn. Counselor Irissa.
They're just going to keep going. I was hoping to hear with some of her what she found hot.
Not really my type.
Shaira the consort.
So Zaid isn't on the ship. I thought he would be on the ship.
You always pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Glyph.
All right.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Intel terminal. So med bay surgery. Heal scars or health bonus. What is... Oh, I mean, obviously the health bonus. Like, I don't want the scars. Like, I think it's weird, but at the same time, I don't want... I'd rather have improved health. I don't dislike the scars enough for that. The scars are fine. It's just the way you get them is weird to me. List of recent purchases by Zaid Masani. Armax, so bulk grenades, thermal clips, bulk Medigel, bulk firestorm fuel, ablative armor plating, Honkadar field rations, Mount Milgram triple distilled 45-year-old Scotch whiskey, 2 bottles, and rifle parts. Old rifle parts, because he's old school.
Hello, Shepard.
Hello. Newest war assets. We got the Volus bombing fleet. Volus prefer air power in conflicts, counting on the Turians for ground support. They maintain several flotillas of heavy bomber frigates capable of warfare in any atmosphere. Yes, they're flexible, not volatile, versatile. And we got Alliance. This is, where is what's-his-face? Zaid Masani. Zaid has a reputation as one of the most relentless and efficient mercenaries in the Terminus systems. Cerberus contacted him a few months after the Collectors were destroyed and offered him a job. Negotiations ended badly, and Masani now seeks out jobs that oppose his former employer's interests, much like myself. He brings years of experience and finely honed survival skills to the fight against the Reapers. Good for him. Happy to have him back, and I mean that sincerely. I like him a lot. Let's take some shore leave. So we're going to dock at personal apartment, I think? Because it's not our personal apartment, it's Anderson's. Apartments? This is like, this is
I've got Admiral Anderson on the QEC.
a nice apartment.
Shepard.
Admiral, how you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Sure.
Are you serious?
Don't have to ask me twice.
A place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge. Clear your head.
Oh, it is mine now.
You wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave.
Look at this place.
And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
I can accept. I definitely can accept this. Thank you.
That's very generous.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
Don't have to ask me twice. Again, I'm on it.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Be careful out there, Anderson.
You too, Shepard.
I feel a little bit bad about enjoying the creature comforts while he's just there, but you know what? No problem for... I mean, I'm getting over that real quick. Notes for Anderson Biography Relationships.
You never asked me about this, but my wife just called. My ex-wife. Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships.
You have received a new message.
She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it. But it's not even about military and non-military, damn it. It's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer. But that's reality. And it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices.
He made a lot of right choices, unlike myself. Is this another biography section? Normandy.
A brand new ship. My ship. You don't forget that moment. The first time you're standing there. The whole crew looking to you for direction. Unforgettable. I'd led men and women before that. Seen a lot of combat already. Always managed to find my way home in one piece. Do that a few times, you begin to think you know better than the next guy.
It's just luck, a lot of it.
But if you're lucky, really lucky, you find yourself on a good ship, in front of a good crew. A crew you can trust with your life. Gifted. Disciplined. Brave. All of them. Eager to set sail into the endless black ocean. I still remember my XO asking what my orders were. Shepard, I said. Let's see what we can find.
I forgot that was his how that relationship started with him. No. Is it binary, turn it on or off? Okay, I can deal with this. We got a bar. This is like, this place is ridiculous. It's utterly bonkers ridiculous. The nicest apartment you can imagine.
Embarrassing moments?
N7.
I've got more of those than anyone will ever know. Only way to learn something. But if I had to pick one to share, I had just gotten promoted to N7. Full of myself. King of the castle. Found myself buying drinks for undesirables in some rundown bar in the wards. They toasted my recent promotion. Hell, they would have toasted Batarian slavers if it had got them more drinks. About the time my money ran out, my new friends turned on me.
Yeah.
I was outnumbered. Things didn't look good. My plan to get out of there involved lots of punching. Well, that worked for a while. Then a table hit me. Or I fell down. When I came to, I saw a Solarian putting the rest of the troublemakers down. A Solarian? Moved like a damn cat, I swear. When everybody was out cold. Or running. He walked over and helped me up. N7, he asked. Yes, sir, I replied. He looked over my collection of unconscious friends, nodding. Not bad, human, he said. Then he walked away. I had met my first Spectre. Learned an important lesson that day. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody quicker, faster, and a hell of a lot smarter than you just around the
The
corner.
real danger of starting fights.
Kept me alive more than once since then.
Yeah, humility is important for survival along with power. This place just goes on forever. Good lord.
Sure, I can talk about Commander Shepard. Big topic. There's been a lot written about the Commander, but most of it isn't true. People are quick to judge. They don't know the whole story. I don't even know the whole story. But I know the woman. Worked with her. Fought with her. Trust her with my life. Shepard's had some rough patches. Who of us hasn't? She's been forced to fight a lot of battles alone. God only knows how she got out of some of that. Makes your head spin. Thing is, you never heard a complaint. Never once got, no sir, I can't do that.
I always kept that behind closed doors.
Few people know what Shepard's been through. I'd like to think I come pretty close. And I worry sometimes she forgets. There's a whole bunch of people who lose sleep over her getting back home.
What a teddy bear this guy is.
Maybe we're too dumb to say it. Soldiers like the Commander are rare. Women like Shepard, even more rare.
Got a couple of pots here, some knives. Yeah, he's just very sincere. Just the sincere, good dude. I hate this beeping sound. Is like my tinnitus has come back. If you don't know what tinnitus is like, this sound is really, at least for me, there might be different flavors of tinnitus. I'm sure there are. For me, it's like this sound if it wasn't intermittent. If this sound is so close to what tinnitus it sounds like when I have it. It's just relentless. Got a bathroom. When it's super high, this is absolutely like the, what's the word? The kind that shoots water into your butt. Not a boudoir. It's one of those things, though. Bidet, a bidet. New questions for the biography.
I have your new questions here. As a leader, do
Heavy
I ever
bag.
feel that the ends justify the means? Spirit of law over word of law. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I think I know what you're after. You're referring to the way I, arranged to have the Normandy released to
Yeah, he's bent the rules a little bit.
Battle of the Citadel. I'm not sure how valuable hindsight is to the military.
I hate the sound.
Worked out for the best. Without the Normandy and Commander Shepard free to do what they needed to do, what we needed them to do, Saren might have taken the Citadel. I think it's clear what a different galaxy this would be if that had happened. I did what I had to. If I had been wrong, I would have gladly accepted the repercussions. The real trick is never being wrong. If you're looking for more action and less philosophy in these notes, let me know.
I really... Oh, the sound is just the worst. It's the fucking worst. Okay. This is a shower. I guess it's weighted. What is the sound? I have to... I actually have to take it off just to make sure I don't actually... the tinnitus hasn't actually returned in a new way. What do you got upstairs? Another living room, another... What? What the hell? Another bedroom. SR1. What's SR1? If I knew it, I forgot it.
She ran out of patience with Torian posturing and politicking during construction. The chief architect of the Drive Corps, Octavio Tatum, and his team of Torian engineers were in the CIC for final training exercises. Tempers flared when Xander pushed the limits of the stealth system, waiting to vent the IES well past what Tatum was comfortable with. I tried to calm the situation, but it still ended with the Turian scientist in shackles and a human Turian fistfight at Cora's den later. Funny now, when I first laid eyes on the Normandy, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Day after that training run, Admiral Wright found me on the bridge. She's yours, he said. Can't trust her to Xander. Send me a list of crew from the Tokyo you'd like, and prep for your first mission. Short command thanks to Saren. Still, one of the highlights of a long career.
He's had quite a life. Where was... There's one more here. Yeah, Turian experience.
Well, I might not always see eye to eye with the politics of the...
Oh, sorry.
The Turians? Well, I might not always see eye to eye with the politics and the individual, but I have a great respect for the Turian military. Any Alliance soldier lucky enough to take part in their training programs will certainly be better for it.
Intense as hell.
Skill and discipline come together in a way that's second to none. Not that I'm faulting our own people or training. It's just that after fighting Turians in the First Contact War, years later, I had the opportunity to observe and train on Palaven. It was a turning point for me, and I would encourage any soldier to try it. It's a unique experience to put yourself in the squad of a Turian commander. My commander was an uncompromising bastard named Bartix Oryx. If you can find him, just ask how the platoon I commanded was trounced in his strategy game. Humbly. But I've used what I learned that day many times. The xenophobes will have their say, but I think it's vital that we do more of this kind of cross-species training.
Especially...
And if you do find General Oryx, let me know. I owe him money.
Like, especially when you're at such a disadvantage. Are those Elcor statues? No, but I thought they were Elcor faces for a second. Yeah, especially when you're at such a disadvantage compared to their military. Like, from the sound of it, in some ways. Childhood.
Okay, so... Tombstone data. Admiral David Edward Anderson. Not sure why anybody would be interested, but thanks for asking. I was born in London, June 8th, 2137. The last of 3 children born to Ursula and Paul Anderson.
Good name, Ursula.
Son of flight mechanic, respectively. But that's a little dry. And someone's gonna spice this up, right? Never been much for the spotlight. Anyway, where was I? It was a second marriage for my parents. They were almost 50 by the time they had me. My mother worked shifts, so my father would often take me to the base. While he worked, I watched transport ships and fighters take off. Worked his whole life around space travel, my father. But he never left Earth. Not for a day. He was a good man. But that's just a side note. Don't put that in. Who is it, Kaylee? Yes, I need to take that. I hope this is what you're after.
Kaylee's here.
More interesting N7 stuff next time.
I liked hearing that. Multiple staircase. Again, apartment is... This is not an apartment. Maybe this is technically an apartment. This is not an apartment. This right here, this thing, better dog than the robot that's on the Normandy right now. This is a better dog. I think that's kind of it here. Maybe I missed stuff, but bring the Normandy to the Citadel, visit it. Okay, so we did that. Maybe we'll find more as... Look at the good... The hot tub is cooking. This is the... I get... Admiral pays well. Got a weapon bench, armor locker, of course. By he, I mean I. Because this is mine now. This is where Trainer and I will settle down. After the war. Or Zaid. I think either one is fine, but I don't think Zaid would like this place. It just keeps going. Is this the hallway? This is the... Is this the... This is the intro area. My God. How do we get out of here? Elevator 6? Hi, can we leave? What's happening? This beeping, why? Is this new contact?
No, it's fine. I got a few minutes. First contact war? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. ANN interview. Let's check this out.
A few months ago, I had a chance to sit down with one of
I just have to... I have to get my headphones away because the sound is just... It's not good.
Kind enough to answer my questions and talk about his career. Today, the Admiral is on Earth, leading the defense of our home against the Reapers. We have no communication with him or any soldiers on Earth, but we can't forget what they're doing for us. Tonight's show is dedicated to all of the soldiers out there, fighting and dying to keep us safe. Admiral Anderson, today marks the 30th
You're doing good, Kalisa.
of the N7 program. Can you describe your first day of training in this now famous program?
The Interplanetary Combatives Training Program is all business from day one.
How so?
We're given basic gear, then separated and stranded on an asteroid with no nav data. The test ends when the last person runs out of oxygen.
Sounds daunting. What happens to the ones who run out of air first?
Out of the program. The best N7s can survive alone, but work together to survive even longer.
That's very impressive, Admiral. Deep space survival training. That has to be so difficult. All of it would take such strength of character. Well, just plain strength.
Yeah.
But then you seem like a strong person.
I'm sorry. Is there a question in there?
Well, does the program make the man, or do you think you were born for this?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. Every soldier reaches a point in their career, sometimes more than once, when they are asked to give more than they ever thought they could. That moment is the test. I've seen men and women, almost sure to fail, persevere long past the point of breaking. That experience changes them. Others, with all the gifts and abilities, fail in that moment. Sometimes they pick themselves up and carry on. Sometimes they're just done.
What about you? What was your moment?
I've had a few, none of which I'd like to share.
Yeah, incredibly personal.
I think the toughest tests are still ahead of me.
Probably traumatic. I think traumatic is likely.
Soldier's intuition?
Something like that.
Do you trust
Or common sense.
I mean, do you follow your heart over your mind?
A weird question.
I suppose if I were to be honest, I do trust my instincts. The problem is, war isn't orderly. And the enemy is never predictable. Even the most experienced veteran is going to find themselves in situations they haven't trained for. In those instances, and there's more than I'd like to admit, your instincts are the only thing keeping you alive. That, and the men and women you're fighting beside.
But soldiers are only as good as their leaders.
There's a lot of dialogue here. So a little bit, it's a little bit overwhelming.
Okay, squad, great. A bad leader, well, war tends to make examples of them.
What makes a good leader then?
A good leader is someone who values the life of his men over the success of the mission, but understands that sometimes the cost of failing a mission is higher than the cost of losing those men.
That's a terrible line to have to walk.
Yes, it is, but war is a terrible thing.
Thank you for your time, Admiral.
And sorry if I'm a little bit disengaged from this. I can't. The sound is. It's tough to take.
Look at Admiral Anderson's life. It wasn't finished when the Reapers invaded. We can only hope that the Admiral and the soldiers under his command survive to tell us the rest of their stories. I'm Kalisa Al-Jalani. Thank you for watching.
You know, I'm gonna skip some of this just because I think I need to get out of here because I have only so much of this I can tolerate. Catalog used. Customize it. I guess as you progress, you can find new stuff here. I also don't really care, so sure, however it is, good. Private terminal. Dinner at sushi place on me from Joker. I got a few things, Shepard. I got a few things I wanted to go over with you. With the Normandy and dry dock, I figured we could meet up at that Ryusei sushi place down in the wards. I hear it's the best. Ryusei sushi place in the wards. I don't know if that's actually some place. Oh, it's an actual journal update. Okay. It's actually something we can go meet him at. Where? Like leave the apartment? Yeah. That's what this is for. We had to get that. Am I still hearing this? No, it's a little echoing in my ears still, but not too much. I'm actually probably going to call it also as soon as we land here. I'm just noticing the time. Music's a little, I don't know, a little sleazy, a little nightlifey.
Commander Shepard, your table is ready.
I'm surprised the French still exist here. Like, as entities, I guess, with it. Oh, look at this place. Alright, before we meet with Joker, I think I'm going to call it here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this as they come out. And I'll see you next time as we have dinner with Joker, I guess. Maybe Edie will make an appearance. I don't know. Bye-bye.